You remind me of someone, but I'm not gonna mention who it is. The guy who introduces his welcome to my garage. Knawwledge!
Will motivation. Will motivation.
You're watching Will Motivation. Here is where we create, educate, and motivate. Welcome to Will Motivation. Holla. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Will Motivation, and with me I have Bryan Casella. What's up, Bryan?
Well, what's up, man? It's about time we meet, bro.
Right.
I'm coming, right?
Dude, I've been watching your channel, man. First, let me let you kind of introduce yourself to my audience, the Motivation Nation. You know what I'm saying? So just introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about your channel, and then I'll tell everybody how I actually came across your channel.
Cool. Everybody calls me Steve, ladies and gentlemen. 31 years old out here in Los Angeles, California. Jumped onto YouTube when I started my real estate career. And when I started in real estate, selling real estate, not investing, I noticed that, you know, when I was looking for stuff on YouTube, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find people to mentor me. I had people who were 40, 50 years old who had been in the business 20, 30 years, and they weren't doing the hustle that I was doing. I wanted to go door to door, cold call, and just, you know, roll my sleeves up and get to work. And I said, why not document the journey? Right? And that's what I started doing. I started, you know, recording stuff. And if you go back to my channel, you can see my first videos. You see the black bars on the side, the bad audio quality, 20-second videos, because I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
But I just took action, right? And, you know, you fast forward now, I started having success, getting recognition. Now, even recently, bro, I booked, I don't think I told you, I booked March 4th and 5th. I'm going to Australia, and I'm speaking with some of the guys from $1 Million Listing. It's going to be cool.
Oh, wow. Congrats,
Yeah.
dude. That sounds dope.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it, everybody. You know, real estate, I have a past in athletics. You know, I played in college. I played overseas a couple years, and because of injuries, I stopped playing. And I went through like a year of depression trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my life, because from age 10 to 24, 25, it was 3 words: basketball, basketball, basketball. And I had a degree, didn't know what I wanted to do. And all I did was say, okay, I'm disciplined. I'll work harder than anybody else. I'm committed. Where can I take the energy and get the most out of it? And I just said, real estate is the way to go. I don't have to climb the ladder. I get paid in proportion to how much I produce. If I sell more than everybody else, I get paid more. And this is a dream right here. This is an athlete's dream.
Did somebody kind of point you in that direction, or you figured it out on your own?
I remember driving by, bro. The first office I was at was the Century 21 office in Downey, California. And I drove by, I was on my way to another place, I think, to interview for a job. And you know how they have those banners outside that say make 100,000 your first year?
Yeah.
So I saw that. Like, I'm sure like one dude did that. And they post a story, but I said, let me meet that guy and pick his brain and see how he did it. And I just walked in, and the rest was history.
That's dope, man. Congrats on that. So where are you from?
Well, my family's from Argentina, South America. I'm the first one born in America, born and raised in LA, and we pretty much bounced around from my birth up until I was probably like 15. Then we kind of moved out to the area that I'm at. I'm in Rolling Heights / Diamond Bar, which is like the border of LA County and Orange County.
Dope, man. So I'm gonna kind of tell the audience how I found your YouTube channel, because it looked like we kind of had a very similar progression and actually a very similar mindset. So the way I found your channel, dude, is probably like everybody else when they have their eye on a certain car that they want, like car guys, right? Yeah. You got your eye on a certain car that you want, you start looking on YouTube for all of the videos about that car, right? Yeah. So, and man, I think the timing was about the same too. But I think you got your GTR. And I think I had the same color GTR right after you. And I was looking at all of the videos of the Nissan GTR. And I found your channel. And you know what? This was before, okay, I had like a YouTube channel, but I wasn't really trying to be a character on YouTube and do anything. I would just take videos of my car, like when I would change the exhaust, and I would share it and on the forums and stuff like that, right? But when I saw your video, man, you were sitting in front of your garage with your GTR behind you, and I forget what the title was, but it was something like I think it had to do with your age. You were a young guy that basically got your dream car, and I sat there and watched the video. I was like, man, this dude thinks like me, man. I can see that you're motivated. And I want to say in that video, you might have mentioned going to the next level and getting a Lambo or something like that, or I can't quite remember. But that's how I found your channel, man. I was looking for GTR videos. I found that, and then I subscribed. And funny enough, man, I think we got the Lambos around the same. You got your Lambo last fall?
When did I get it? I got it in the end of July 30th of 2017.
Okay, so I got I got my white. I got the 580-2 right around that time in July. Yeah, I got mine in July as well. So that's how I found your channel, man. And I really, your message was resonating with me. And I like following people that are on a trajectory to get ahead. Because I know people like that, and there's kind of like some common denominators among that personality type, right? Where people are like, you know what, nothing is going to stop me from getting to the next level that I want to achieve. And I saw that in you, in your video, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to this dude because I know he's gonna get that Lambo or whatever it is, because I can see, I can see it in your intensity. So anyway, man, that kind of brings us to today. I think at some point we got in touch with each other. I started commenting on your videos, and I loved watching when you got the Lambo and all of that, man. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what are some of the fun cars that you've owned up until grabbing that Lambo, and then we can talk about the Lambo a little bit too.
Cool, for sure. And yeah, that video blew up, man. How to buy a supercar in your 20s.
Yeah.
That's the video I had kind of go viral, and then it got up to like 250, 300,000 views. It was pretty cool.
Dope.
Let's see. So, back in the day, being a little youngin', I always had, Hondas and Acuras and that kind of stuff. I never really built them, but my taste when I was a kid was always into the high-end cars. I remember looking at the R34 and the Subaru and just, salivating because I always loved the tuner cars. That was more my style. Mm-hmm. So when the Fast and the Furious came out, I was probably 2001. I was like 15 in high school. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh man, everything, and everybody knew about these cars.
Yep.
It drove me to do it. But at the time I was playing basketball and I was like, okay, whatever, I can save that for later. Mm-hmm. So you fast forward, when I finished basketball and got into real estate, that's when I really started putting my nose down and saying, okay, let's get some of these cars. Mm-hmm. And I remember the first car that I got, I was about 4 months in the business, closed a couple deals. I got an Audi. I got an S-Line, but it was an A4, okay, right, with the whole S-Line package.
Yep.
And the reason I got it was because it was the turbo and it was a 6-speed. So I was like, oh man, I remember seeing a video of this S4 in Europe.
Yep.
But I was like, I don't want a supercharger, I want a turbo. And the only turbo model they had was the A4. So it was a 2014 super souped up black optic package with like a stormtrooper, like the perfect car, man. And I walked on the showroom floor. I told the guy, I said, look, this looks exactly like what I want. If that's a stick, I'm buying it right now. So look at it. And I looked at it. It was a 6-speed. I was like, sold. So I literally, on the spot, I bought it, right? So I got that car. Dude, I probably put 20,000 miles on it like in a year and a half, man. I was still hustling, going door to door and doing my real estate thing. So I was driving all over the place. And when I bought that car, 2 months later is when the thought came about getting a GTR.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So the Audi was a car I knew I'd have. Didn't plan on keeping it. So I started working at about, so I got that car in November of 2013, the Audi. Mm-hmm. And I bought the GTR 2015, like May of 2015 or something like that.
Yep.
So it was about a year and a half.
Okay.
Right? I kind of set that goal for that summer. I wanted to have it. I traded it in. I put a lot of money down on the GTR. I think I put like 50,000 down or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I get the GTR and I wanted a whiter blue track edition. Right. That's what I wanted. That was on my wall. And I remember just looking, I was like, man, I can't find a track edition. Then right when I was ready with all the money and I was like, let's do it. Boom. One of them popped up in San Diego.
Blue one, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Some dealer, Nissan Poway in San Diego. I called them. Uh-huh. Is that the right price? Because it seemed cheap. They're like, yeah. I was like, all right, I'm driving down right now and I'm buying it.
He was excited.
Yeah, dude. And even thinking about it now, it excites me. I remember when I was coming back home, getting onto the freeway, we had to stop and I launched it. And it scared me, bro. It was so fast. I brought my girl with me. I was like, "You see how fast that was?" Like, yeah. And then so we're driving home, and just the excitement of it, bro, was like I remember just looking at it in the garage, like opening the door, like, sending pictures to everybody, all my cousins back in South America, like, "No, bro, you got it! What the hell?" It was just like it was chaos, man. Like all my neighbors were like, "Dude, you got Godzilla?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" Man. Everybody rides, enjoying it.
That's dope.
After I got Godzilla, about 3 months later, I bought the Subaru. I got a really, really good deal. I found it off Craigslist. This dude blew the motor.
What color? What color is it?
It's a white. It's a 2007 WRX STI. It's a Hawkeye. So that's my favorite year, right?
Okay. All right.
I got it for $7,000, man.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that's at the shop right now. They're still putting a new motor in it, but I drove that around for a little bit. It was okay. I mean, the motor wasn't completely blown, but it was still fun. I had a little blow off valve on it so you could hear it. I went to get that back, and let's see what else I got. I picked up a lifted truck a couple months ago. Most recently bought a Supra. I got an original twin turbo Supra. I got that one on Craigslist too.
You want me to edit that out or we can leave it in there?
We can leave it, man. That's a little teaser. I told people that I bought one of the Fast and Furious cars anyway, and 90% of the guesses were the
exclusive. We got an exclusive.
I revealed it, and these weren't, but I got it for 23 grand.
Nice.
Which is a steal for a twin turbo.
Oh yeah,
that's a steal.
Yeah. The Supers are beastly.
That's what I have for now, right? In the works, I think the next car I want to get, dude, I really want to get an R34, man. I know it's illegal to get here, but like that's just for me. If I had that car, that would be like my daily. People are like, you can't daily it. Like, I would take that car on listing appointments with clients. Right? What's We'll see Fast and the Furious. I got that car.
That's dope.
I've just always been a Japanese guy, man. Like I like some of the classic American cars, but the Lambo for me, I think for a car that I would drive, because every car I have, I drive. I don't have any, garage queens or any of that. The Huracan would be like the highest that I think that I would pay and drive.
Yeah.
If I buy an SV or a Koenigsegg or something like that, that would be like in the warehouse of the cars where I'm like, you know what? Let me show off here. Come to my warehouse.
Yeah.
I want to drive the cars, right? So I don't have any problem. Once I fix up the Supra a little bit, you're going to see me driving every day or every other day. Right?
What color is the Supra?
Black.
So we have similar taste in cars, man. My GTR was the exact same color as yours. I had an STI as well. Mine was white. I had the pearlish white. It was like a 2012, I think it was, something like that.
Yeah.
But man, you're the Huracan, dude. But before we jump into talking about the Huracan, I like to talk about some of the things about my guests. So I call this series Supercar Interviews, and for me, I imagine myself as a kid because I used to always wonder how people made money to be able to afford nice things, right? So I'm doing this whole series for those of us out there that might not be kids, but might be young people or people that are just trying to get to the next level, right? And they're like trying to figure out how they can afford some of these cars, man. But also, those of us that have these supercars, man, a lot of us have come from humble beginnings, and we're just like the people that are watching. Except we just made it to that next level. So I like to talk about what are some of your hobbies, man? Things you like to do, and like you mentioned, basketball. That's something I'm into as well, especially when I was younger. My knees don't hold up as well now. But yeah, man, tell us about some of your hobbies, dude.
Yeah, basketball. I mean, I've had my surgery and all that, but still playing, still dunking on people. So I'm having
You still dunking on them?
That's easy, man.
Oh, dang. How tall are you?
6'2".
Dang, yeah, my height, man. I used to be able to get it on, but these days I don't think so.
Well, not like before. I'm still dunking. Before I could do tricks, now I can't do tricks anymore.
That's what's up, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a very, very voracious reader, bro. I read a lot. I read like a book a week. Always, reading on investing. I love studying sales. I started really reading a lot about real estate and biographies of agents who are really successful, top level entrepreneurs, managing, leading, because now I have a team, right? I have like 7 or 8 employees under me, and just learning the next thing that I know is going to help me grow, right? And let's see, what else am I doing? I got back into boxing recently. I used to box a little bit when I was younger. now that I'm going out a little bit regularly, I gotta make sure I'm still sharp, you know.
Right, especially with the Lambo.
You know. So, been watching a lot of Roy Jones too, so I'm getting back into. Let's see, dude. Other than that, man, like I went a year and a half ago, bro. I actually went vegan, and I've been vegan for like a year and a half now. So I've been really focusing on health and fitness too, not just playing basketball, but lifting weights and that kind of stuff.
That's what's up.
I've been going to the chiropractor, so I've really been focusing on that, doing yoga. I've been doing some yoga too to help me with flexibility because, you know, with all the injuries, I'm sure you can relate. And as we get older, it's really important that we stay nimble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes it so much better too. Other than that, man, I'm a real simple dude. You know, cars is a big hobby of mine, and I'm always mixing it up with the car guys. If I can ever schedule something for the weekend, you know, if I'm not working in real estate or doing something or making videos, you know, with the car guys. I even still hang out with a lot of the GTR guys because they're the ones who actually drive. So it's 10 GTRs and one Huracan, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's dope though.
You know, if I'm not on the hustle or doing one of those things, I'm, you know, in the car. Like even tonight, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go out for a drive. And I went out for a drive for 20, 30 minutes. And I have a long boulevard right by my house, dude. I just open it up. I mean, but I when you go on that boulevard, it's Mexico, bro, technically. You know?
Nice, dude. So you mentioned like you do a lot of reading, especially like about investing and things like that. So what are some of your preferred investment vehicles? Like I know you're also in the real estate. Like I do a lot of real estate investing. I've dabbled in the stock market, made a lot of money, then lost a lot of money. But I talk a lot about real estate. But what about you, man? What kind of, and then the reason why I mention this too, so for those of you guys that are out there watching this video, is because if you're thinking about getting a supercar one day, one thing I want you to notice is that people, you know, unless somebody hit the lottery or somehow came across a whole bunch of money that they didn't have to work for, usually those of us that have worked for our money, then we buy a nice car. Usually we are trying to be smart and keep our money, right? So we're investing in different things. So that's why I asked this question to kind of share some knowledge.
Well, that's a great question, man. I haven't gotten into crypto like Bitcoin or any of that. I still haven't messed with stocks. I'm about to pretty soon, though. I'm dabbling a little bit. I'm just kind of educating myself and making sure I learn from the right people. But I would say as far as just straight up investing, it's all in real estate. I have 4 properties that I own in Houston that I rent out. But luckily, only one of them got affected by, you know, all the flooding and everything.
What made you choose Houston?
I learned through Mike Wolf, the guy who taught me an investment strategy at the tax deed auctions.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and they're slightly more competitive now, but basically what you learn in that program is you fly out there, right? He teaches you how to invest his strategies. He has one in Houston. He also does another one in Kansas City, Missouri, and then he has one in Atlanta. They're all different strategies, but he kind of teaches you and he connects you with this team. So you learn everything, and then now, from the comfort of my home, they'll email me the list of houses a couple days before that are going to go up to auction. I can send Brian, the other guy there, to go take video of the property, pictures, or whatever. I can then tell him, okay, you know, property A, I want you to bid up to this much. You know, property B, he'll go, and they only charge you if they win at the auction.
Nice. Okay.
Now, in Texas, in Houston, there's the 6-month redemption period where the owner can come back and redeem the property. But if they do it, whatever I paid, I get that plus 25%.
Oh, that's decent.
Yeah, I still make money.
Yeah.
Right? 25% return is pretty damn crazy.
Yeah.
6 months, right?
Yeah.
And that's just one strategy that I used to pick up those 4 properties. Now in LA, I went half with a guy, half and half on a duplex over here that's like in South Central. And we rent it out. So I'm making a little bit of money off that. But those 4 properties in Houston that I own free and clear, and then the one in here in South Central, I'm probably total cash flowing around low 4,000s a month.
Nice, dude.
Right?
Nice.
Yeah. And when I financed the Huracan, my payment's about $2K, 48 months. It's like just over $2K. So that and my office where I work out of with my team is pretty much paid for by the investments. Right? And we can, you know, later on, if you want, we can talk about some of the other streams of income I have. But as far as investing, dude, it's all real estate. That's what I learned. It's what I know. Why not, you know?
Heck yeah, bro. Dude, so congratulations on that, man. And it's funny because all of us that are kind of into real estate and investing in real estate, there's so many different ways to make money in real estate, and there's so many ways to make deals happen. So like I've never done the strategies that you just mentioned. I've never done. Like my main strategy, the way I picked up my portfolio was through HUD. So I don't know what it's like in California, but basically I would just go on HUD home store website and and of course my timing was good, but I just started trying to buy as much as I could, and then I started getting some more relationships where I could get money from the banks and stuff like that. But what you just told me, man, like that like piqued my interest to the point where I don't know if you've done a video on it or that kind of thing, but I would be like, yeah, I want to learn more about that because for those people that are watching, like there's so many different ways to make money in real estate, and like what Bryan just mentioned is something that I've never done, and I've bought about 30 some properties at this point, and I've never even done that. So imagine the more tools you have in your tool belt to kind of pick up properties and that kind of thing, the better of an investor you'll be. So, and then there's like the whole country. Like if you're in the United States and you can buy property in the United States, you have the whole country as your catalog. So, so kudos to you on that, Bryan, man. That's dope, dude. I got to learn something from you on that. So I'll be going through your video catalog and see if I can find anything.
I think I made one a week ago outlining that strategy.
Dope, dude. Yeah, I'll check it out, man. So tell us, man. Tell us the story, dude. So this is what it's all about, like supercar interviews. Everybody's kind of got a background of who you are. We talk about some of your older cars, man, but now you have the Lambo. So tell us kind of like the story leading up to the Lambo, and then kind of like how you were able to justify it. Because I think I remember watching one of your videos. I think you were saying that you could have bought it, before.
Yeah.
But you were waiting for the right time to buy it based on your own criteria and finances or whatever. So that's kind of interesting to me too, because when I bought mine, dude, I had a totally separate, before I even got into real estate, I had a software company, and I made a lot of money with my software company, but I could never justify buying a Lambo because I didn't have any investments, like any strong investments that were making me money, right, on a month-to-month basis. So I was like, how can I buy a Lambo before I have any investments? So for me, that was once I got that in place, then I started to feel like, okay, maybe now I can go ahead and get a Lambo or something like that. So yeah, just tell us a story, man, about how you kind of came to grab that beautiful Huracan.
Yeah. Well, we all had that Lambo on our wall when we were a kid, and I had that up, and it was a Countach. That's the one I had up. But,
Yep.
I was looking at the Countach prices. I was like, yeah, I can't get that yet. So, the Huracan, the way I looked at it was, okay, I was about a year into having the GTR, and I said, okay, my income's increasing. The first thing I need to do, aside from my investments, is have other streams of income, right? I think now I have about 8 or something like that, right?
Nice.
So I started making money in real estate as an agent making sales, right? So my first year, I think in commission, I did like 120 grand gross commission. Then I doubled it the next year, and then I kept like doubling it or almost doubling it every year. But I said, that's all good, but what if the market crashes? What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't want to be stuck with the $2,000 payment on the Lambo,
Mm-hmm.
which is like the max that I put in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
right? I see all these lease offers for $4,500, $5K, and you can't even drive it. I was like, no way, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
So, I started doing some stuff on YouTube, and now I have the YouTube ad revenue, right? I started a mastermind with 2 other realtors that we now have grown to 25 people.
Mm-hmm.
But the 3 originators, we don't pay to be in it. Everybody else pays to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're making a monthly revenue off that, right? I'm making a couple grand a month off that, right? I have products that I sell, sales products, right, for people, real estate, non-real estate. I'm making money off that. I'm doing speaking events every month now, right, that are paid now. Like I just spoke at the Beverly Hills Association of Realtors. They invited me, and now I'd start taxing them. I'm like, well, I've done 100 free, talks for local boards and all this. My fee now is $2,000.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, okay, hold on. And they call me back 20 minutes later. They're like, all right, dude, we'll give you $1,500.
Kudos.
All right.
Kudos. That's dope.
And that's a lesson for everybody watching. If you ASK, you GET.
Yes.
You ask, right?
Yeah.
Because people go, oh, who do you think you are? Well, I'm worth $1,500 for an hour. That was 1 hour, bro. 1 hour.
Yeah.
And that's the way you guys got to think.
Yeah.
Right? Time is money.
Yeah, for real.
So I have that, and obviously the real estate investments and some other stuff too that I'm doing. But that was the whole goal. I want to have at least 4 or 5 streams of income to where Now, if real estate shuts off, I have other streams giving me money. And if all hell breaks loose, there's an earthquake in California and real estate's off for 6 months, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be struck biting my nails. Saying,
Yeah.
Where's
Yeah.
right?
You're making an educated, yeah.
Yeah, because even now, real estate could shut down. I make more than enough money with investments and my side incomes that I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, you know. And then another thought that I had was, the Lambo's my only car payment right now. I said, my car payment, my monthly income that I have right now, just from real estate, or I only look at it with my real estate income, my car payments cannot exceed more than 5% total of my monthly income, right? So for everybody watching, that means I have to be making 40 grand a month consistently if I'm going to have a $2,000 car payment, right? If I'm not banking at least 40 grand consistently for the last 3, 4, 5, 6 months, then I'm not going to take that risk, right?
Yeah.
Also, the financing, I got financing through a credit union at just over 2%, right? So over the life of the loan, I think I'm only paying like $4,200 in interest or something, which is nothing.
That's excellent.
Yeah. Put 50% down, right? I traded in the GTR, then I cut another check for like 50K on top of it. So boom, there you go. It's like 110 or 112,000 that I put down. So it's really about being responsible, guys, because I think that we tend to get caught up, especially now with YouTube and social media, like, oh, I want to be the first one to have a Performante. Oh, I want to be the first one to rap. I want to be the first one to have the carbon mirrors, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And those things crossed my mind, but I said, why rush it? Do things right? Because at the end of the day, why would somebody do that for validation? You know, I don't care how many likes I get on the video.
Right.
I would rather do it the right way than teach people a lesson and say, hey, this is how I did it right. I'm not struggling.
Yeah.
I'm not lifting my mom with a Lambo.
Right.
Good, comfortable, and I have a Lambo on top of it.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Dude, that's admirable, first of all. And congratulations, second of all. And here's what I want. Here's how my brain is thinking. Like, so if I'm a young guy and I'm listening to you, my brain is saying, well, dang, how did he figure out how to get all of these revenue streams set up? But if you remember earlier in the interview and you listen to some of the things that he's into, he said he reads a lot, right? You're reading a lot. Obviously, he has a go-getter mentality, and he's not sitting around, you know, I imagine you're not sitting around playing video games all day or, you know, on the couch, whatever. You're probably out hustling, man. And so for those of you guys that are out there kind of watching and you're wondering, like, how did he set up all of these revenue streams? The more things that Bryan does, or the more things that anybody does that's an entrepreneur or a business person, the more you get into and the more you expose yourself to, the more you can potentially, your eyes will open up to opportunities for you to make money. So for example, if you're paying attention this far into the video, then you might just have had about 5 or 6 different things thrown into your mind that you can go and start to research. But if you were on the couch playing video games, smoking weed or something like that, then you might not have even, you might not have been able to even expose yourself to the possibility of learning a new way to make money. So I want those of you that are out there watching this to kind of pay attention to some of these critical things that Bryan is sharing with us, man, because it's not every day that you guys can meet somebody that has worked their way up to a Lambo, right?
Yeah, and I want to add something to that, Will. 2 things. One, for everybody listening, I've been in the real estate game just over 4 years. So this started not 10 years ago, not 15 years ago. This was done quickly. Right? At a seminar, I met a dude who was making millions online. And I was looking at him like, how? How are you doing it?
Right.
That's what sparked ideas for creating products. He was selling product, doing webinars and stuff like that. I didn't know how to do it, but I said, I'll put it together.
Yeah.
Do it now.
Yeah.
Right? And I'll release a product and people will buy it. Right? Because we have an audience now. Doing more YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff. I would see other people do it. I'm like, I don't know how, but I'm going to do it. I'll figure it out.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
I mean, if you watch my products now, bro, my products are not high class, not all edited. You see me turn the camera on, talk, turn it off.
You said for your products, you said?
Yeah, for my product. I mean, the information is really good, but it's not fancy.
Yeah.
I'm all about, okay, I'll shoot first, ask questions later. You know what I mean? That's the big. disconnect for everybody is you may be watching Will and you're feeling good watching him, but how much of what he's teaching are you actually implementing, right? Like if I was in your area, bro, I'd be like, bro, what is it? I'll pay you, you know, $2-3 grand, whatever you want. Teach me how you invested in what you did, and I'm just gonna absorb it. Because then I can pay him $2 grand, and then I'll make millions.
Bingo.
That I gave to him.
Bingo.
And that's another thing is people want everything for free now. That online guy said, bro, here's $2 grand. Let me spend a day with you. He's like, okay. He had never been offered that, but I was like, I know the money will make him say yes. I was like, what is it gonna take, bro? I'm like, $2 grand. He's like, okay.
That's
and
dope.
I spent the day with him, and I just shut up, watched what he did, and took notes. And I recorded the whole thing, took that home, and now I'll 1,000x that investment in years, easily.
Dope, man. And so, like, me watching you implement some of those revenue streams has kind of motivated me because, like, yourself and a few other YouTubers out there, I'll shout out Tanner J. Fox. He's out there in Cali too. He's got a Lambo as well. He does like online classes. And a lot of people that watch my channel are like, dude, do you do an online class? And I'm like, well, I'm not really here to make money off of YouTube or even sharing knowledge. But, you know, knowledge, if I have some knowledge that I can share for $500 and somebody can make, you know, $500,000 off of something that I share, I'm sure that they would be happy paying $500 for it. So I started thinking, and it's another revenue stream, and it will allow me to do more free content as well because I can get, you know, some revenue going in. So yeah, man, I'm really excited that you actually, you know, took the time to share this with my audience. I'd be glad to do the same with your audience with whatever you know you would want to ask me or whatever, man. But just shout out to you, dude. I've been watching you. Like I said, I was watching your videos since the GTR. I want to come out to Cali. I want to come out for that car week or something like that. Car week? I don't know when it is, but
there's so many. Hard to know which one you're talking about.
So I'll figure it out. But at some point, I want to come out to the West Coast. I want to bring my car and I want to hang out with you guys.
Whatever you want, man. You got a place to crash, dude.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Likewise, dude. And I'm sure we'll connect. So another thing, like for people out there that are hustlers. So one of the things I'm thinking when I meet Bryan is I know how to make money. I know how to create value. So I'm gonna figure out a good way for me to connect with Bryan to create some value for him, and maybe both of us can make some money doing some things. So if you are watching this and you're trying to like figure out how you're gonna make things happen, you just gotta think outside of the box. Like you might have an opportunity to meet somebody, or you might know somebody that's doing something, and maybe you can bring some value to them. And you guys both can make more money. So just think outside of the box, man. So Bryan, man, kudos to you. I appreciate you taking the time, and I'll let you close, man, with any words of wisdom that you might want to share with the people on YouTube or on my channel.
Likewise, man. Very much. I know this has been a long time coming.
Yes, sir.
So, for everybody watching, the one takeaway this is doesn't matter where you're from. You know, we live in a age now where, like, even when I started, seeing stuff like this was rare. You have to do it in person, right? And you have so much in front of you and at your fingertips that I believe you're taking it for granted, right? So what I would say is take it a step at a time, right? If Will tells you or shares with you a new energy, take some notes. Put some action on it. Right? Don't just watch, and do nothing. Take it one step at a time. Right? I had to learn to go to the door. I did that. Then I went to the next, and the next thing, and the next thing. And the cool thing is, once you build a little bit of momentum, it's like what do they call it? The hyperbolic curve or whatever. It just goes up a little bit and then it shoots up.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen with you guys. But it starts with a step. And remember, everything we do, I'm sure we can tell you, it's risky, right? Investing in real estate, stocks, and all that, there's some sort of risk. But you have to eventually take the jump, or else you're going to play it safe. Then you're going to be working the 9 to 5, watching Will, make more money, become more successful. And you're going to be like, man, like what's going on here? He's willing to step outside of his comfort zone and actually take that action. That's really what it's about. I wasn't I was coined as the person who would not be successful in real estate or what I'm doing or in basketball. I played basketball in Europe, overseas, professionally, right, for 3 years. And now in real estate, rising to the top. And I've had people in everything that I've done, dude, don't waste your time, you're gonna fail. Real estate, you don't even own a suit, you've never done sales, you don't know what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. And look, right?
Killing it.
Dude, right? The only thing that separates me from other people is I woke up every day, said, I'm taking action.
Yeah.
And I go to sleep the next day and do the same thing. That's it.
Yeah.
And I failed more than probably all you guys watching have even attempted certain things, right? I can't tell you how many stories I have. I could talk to Will for 10 hours about stories I have from going door to door and cold calling that I could be like, oh man, that was such a bad experience. But it taught me a lot, and I've made a lot of money in the process. I've helped a lot of people, and that's one of the reasons we do these things is to give you that. You know, it's like light the fire under you and say, hey man, get out there and take some action. Because that's what it's about, action. That's the one word, action.
Yes, sir. I agree 100%, bro. So, so before we go, if you want to shout out your social media, your YouTube, and then like what are some of the products that people can, like what do you teach, or what are some of the things that people can actually check into that you offer?
Sure, yeah. My YouTube channel, I think is youtube.com/Bryan Argentina. That's the official link. My handles are just at Bryan Casella, my name, all of them, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. And by the way, you guys need to follow Will. He needs more followers on Instagram.
I'm actually going to link. I'll put the links to your social media in the description of the video.
Cool. I'll tag you right now on Instagram too. And as far as all my products, I would say my products are just for people who are looking to learn how to sell and communicate on a higher level. And I think that's really going to help you guys because I've really been able to penetrate these circles of, exotic car owners and that kind of stuff just because I've been very good at becoming very social with people and good with people. And that's a skill.
Oh, yeah.
And Will can attest to this because, he grew up just like me even before some of the social media stuff was really big.
Mm-hmm.
When you still had to go out and talk to people. We live behind apps now. So the power of being able to communicate on a high level, not even on a high level, ladies and gentlemen, just pretty good.
Yeah.
Will afford you so many opportunities that otherwise you'll never have, right? And that's really what I focus on, sales and communication. That's it.
Excellent, dude. So, man, kudos to you. Congratulations for all your success. You got a brother in me, so I appreciate you. And on behalf of my audience, thank you.
No, likewise, man. Appreciate you being here. The first of many.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you later, man.
Later.
Okay, peace. Yo, this is Will Motivation. Just wanted to say thanks for checking out this video. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And also feel free to share this video with your friends and be a part of the movement. I'll check you guys out in the next video. Holla.